Hi, I'm Ed Modestini. This is Kristen Bastiles. We're welcoming you to Yoga on the Inside. So find yourself a seat. Squeeze your knees close together so you can rest your knees on or above your feet. Place your hands on your thighs and sit straight and tall. Draw your shoulders back. Your shoulders relax down. Draw your elbows down. Allow your chest to be buoyant, your head balanced, and then close your eyes.
Take a couple of deep breaths, in through your nose and out through your nose. Open your eyes. And let's get ready to start the practice.
Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. So for this pose, you're going to need a block, a blanket, and a mat. Place the block 2/3 of the way down the mat, and then fold your blanket into thirds, and then fold it over each other the long way. Make sure the rounded edge is towards your head, away from your feet. Make sure all the wrinkles are out of the blanket, and then place your head on the blanket and let the weight be there. Walk your feet forward, and then very slowly stretch your arms toward the top of the mat. You could have your hands so your pinky fingers are touching the side edges of the mat, and extend your arms completely. Allow the back of the neck to be long and straighten your legs as much as you can. Reach your arms, reach your legs. Allow your face to be soft and your face relaxed. Now, as you're there, and when you feel the invitation, I'm going to invite you to start to walk your hands a little bit closer to each other. Now, if you do this too quickly, it's going to pull your head off the support. So you really have to wait until your shoulders release, until your shoulders get used to the pose. And continue to stretch your legs backward, your heels down toward the floor. Doesn't mean they have to touch. If the heels touch, the head gets light. You want the head to be heavy. This pose simulates a variation of headstand. It also keeps the throat locked, so it simulates shoulder stand. Your arms are in downward dog, and your legs are in a forward bending position. So in this posture, it's as if you're doing 4 poses at one time. Keep your awareness on your arms and in your shoulders. As your shoulders release, the hands can come slowly closer to each other. Now very slowly bend your knees. Bring your knees all the way to the floor. Separate your knees and rest your forehead on the blanket that's on top of the block. Just rest there. Prasarita Padottanasana, wide angle foot posture. For this pose, you need a mat, a block, and one blanket. You place the block in the middle of your mat. And then I'm going to ask you to grab the blanket and tri-fold the blanket in such a way that there's no wrinkles in it. Very carefully place the blanket on the block, check again for wrinkles, and then slowly step your feet 4 feet apart, making sure there's the same distance from the right side of your mat and the left side of your mat to the outer edge of your feet. Check your feet. Make sure they're accurate. Place weight on the big toe bone as well as the outer edge of the foot. Now very slowly, place your head on the top of the block, and if you need to move the block, please do so. Adjust it so you're right on the crown. You make sure your head is accurate and even. If you can take your hands off the floor to see if you're balanced, please do so. And then slowly walk your hands forward so that your shoulders are comfortable. If your hands are wide as you start this pose, it's fine. The pose is going to evolve. Tighten your legs any amount. Make sure your inner ankles are lifted and your face is soft. As you feel the invitation to start working your shoulders more and more, you can very, very slowly start to walk your hands toward each other. And then you wait again. Like you waited the first time, you waited for your shoulders to give you an invitation. Press the inner part of your hand and the inner part of your foot, both feet, and extend your elbows completely. When you feel the invitation for your shoulders, from your shoulders, to walk your hands in more and more, you can bring them closer. Now this is where we really want you to work at your own pace. At a certain point, your thumbs are going to touch the blanket. That's when you stop. The outer edge of the hand is light, the inner edge of the hand is heavy, and you're extending your elbows as much as possible. Keep your legs strong. Soften your face, your eyes, your jaw, your lips. Release your neck. Be very soft inside. Keep your legs strong, your arms aware, but don't allow the effort that's in your legs and in your arms to translate into tension in your face, your neck, your head. Keep your face soft. Keep your face cool. Keep your legs working evenly, your arms working evenly, and relax your face and soften your tongue. When you've had enough, take your hands back to the mat, straighten your arms, lift your head, now very slowly crab crawl your feet closer together until you're comfortable to stand up, and bring your feet together and stand in Tadasana. Utthita Trikonasana. For this pose, you need a block and a mat. Separate your feet 4 feet apart. Turn the left foot in and the right foot out. Take the block and put it on the upright angle, halfway between your knee and your foot. Bring your arms up, inhale, exhale, over you go. Now the weight is on the inside of the right foot, the outside of the left foot. Place your hand and push your hand down. Look down and make sure your knee is pointing toward the pinky toe side of your right foot. Keep your left hand on your waist. Make sure your right leg is straight and your left leg is straight. When you're ready, turn and face forward the same direction as your chest. Keep both legs straight. Keep your chest open. You want to extend the right side of your torso as much as the left side of your torso. Your right hip moves back and down towards your left heel, but your right big toe bone does not get light. You keep the weight there. You press your right big toe and your left heel. When you feel ready, bring your arm up all the way. Take your right shoulder back and down, and then come up. Grab the block, turn your feet. Turn the right foot in, the left foot out. Place the block again halfway between your foot and your knee. Set your feet correctly. Inhale, bring your arms up. Exhale, over you go. Place your left hand firmly on that upright block. If you need more space, separate your feet a little bit more. Now again, the inside of the left foot presses, the outside of the right foot presses. The left knee and the right knee both are engaged. Your left hip comes forward. And when you're ready, you lift the sternum up away from your pelvis and make your head level, looking forward in line with your sternum. Keep the weight on the inside of the left foot, the outside of the right foot. Keep your torso long and even on both sides. You want equal length of the left side and the right side of your waist. Put more and more weight on your left hand and lean back. Go ahead. And bring your right arm up so that it's directly in line with your left arm. Look down. Inhale, pull with your right arm. Come on, all the way up. Parallel your feet. Walk your feet together. Samastitihi. Stand tall. Parsva Konasana. For this pose, you need a sticky mat and a block. Separate your feet 4.5 feet apart. This is wide. Bring your arms up. Bend your right knee to 90 degrees. Track your right knee over your right foot. In fact, the right knee tracks more toward the pinky toe side of your right foot than the big toe side. Place your palm on the upright block and press into the outer left foot. Reach it toward the floor. Make sure your right foot is accurate. You're lengthening the inside of the groin and you're tightening the outside of your right thigh. So your right knee leans more backward than forward. Press into the outer left heel. You're trying to get your left foot so it's flat on the floor. When you feel ready, you can look forward in the direction of your chest. Be aware of the bend of the right knee. Keep it accurate. Keep pressing the outer edge of both feet. Now reach your left arm down your leg and windmill your arm over your ear. Press your head up into your arm so there's a straight line from your left heel to your left hand. Reach through that line and then come up. Take the block with you. Turn your right foot in, your left foot out. Very carefully place the block halfway between your knee and your foot. Inhale, bring the arms up. Exhale, bend the left knee to 90 degrees. Keep the weight to the outside of the left foot. Elongate the inner left groin and tighten your left buttocks. Tighten it so that the left knee tracks more over the outer ankle than the big toe side of your left foot. Press into the outer edge of your right foot. Lift your right arch. Push your left hand down as much as you can so that your right shoulder starts to go above your left shoulder. Now reach your right arm down your right leg. When you're ready, windmill your arm up and over your right ear. You reach that right arm out and away, turning the thumb side of the hand up then very slowly come on up. Straighten both legs, crab crawl your feet together, join your feet together, and return to equal standing. Tadasana. Stand tall, join your feet, tighten your legs, middle buttocks goes forward. Frontal floating ribs go backward. The top chest lifts up and your shoulders chase your hands down toward the floor. All your fingers are joined and you look for balance. Soften your facial features and relax your jaw entirely. Find your balance. Bring the weight into the front of the heel and lift your chest any amount. Dvipada Viparita Dandasana with a chair. For this pose, you need a chair, a sticky mat, and a wall. Take your sticky mat and fold it into quarters, and then place the sticky mat on your chair. With the seat facing away from the wall, place the chair about 2 to 3 feet away from the wall and step through the back of the chair facing the wall. Bring your sacrum all the way to the back of the seat. Make sure you're close enough to the wall because you're going to slide. And hook your sacrum right on the back edge of the seat. Arc your chest and lie back. Place your toes up the wall. Reach your arms through the front legs and see if you can grab the back legs. Now slowly, with your toes going up the wall, you try to stretch your heels in such a way that your heels get as close to the wall as possible and stay touching the floor. If this hurts your back too much, with your feet touching the floor, then your feet can be off the floor a little bit. Press your legs straight. Lift your chest any amount. Try to be still. When you feel the invitation to go deeper, you can walk your hands down the legs until your hands come to the floor. Stretch your heels toward the wall. Stretch your knees straight. Soften your neck. Soften your eyes. Soften your lips, your tongue, your cheeks. Let yourself be soft in your head. Your legs are strong. Your arms are strong. Your chest is open, but the face is soft. To come out, you very slowly take your arms out, bend your knees, put your feet flat on the floor, grab the back of the seat, push your elbows into the seat, lift yourself up with your chest first and your head last. Then sit back on the seat, fold your arms so your elbows are resting on the seat back. Find a neutral position and rest there. Now, very slowly, be careful here, come out of the seat, nice and easy. Put your feet together, stand tall in Sama Stitihi. Baddha Konasana on 3 levels. For this pose, you need a bolster, a mat, and a blanket. Place the bolster in the middle of your mat and then roll the blanket up as tight as you can. Make sure there's no wrinkles in it. And roll the blanket up halfway. So there's a roll right against the front of the bolster. There's blankets sticking out in front of the roll, and sit on the end of the bolster. Now sit back far enough. You're on the edge, but not hanging off. Sit back far enough so you could place your heels on the roll. And once your heels are on the roll, levelize your feet. Make both feet look as if one foot was touching a mirror. Adjust them. Then scoot yourself forward so you're closer to the edge. Once your feet are adjusted precisely, take your hands behind you so that you could push into the bolster with your hands and lift your chest as much as you can. Press your heels together. Continue to look at your feet. When you're sure your feet are really balanced, lift your head and look straight ahead. Soften your jaw here. Soften your eyes. Allow your facial features to be expressionless. So your face is soft. Your brow is soft. Your eyes are soft. You're pressing your heels into each other, and with your hands, your arms, you're lifting your chest as much as you can. The big toes are separate. If you can bring your hands in front of you without your chest collapsing, do so at this time. If you lift your hands off the bolster and your torso starts to sag, keep your hands there for now. This will change. Continue to lift your chest, draw your shoulders down your back, and breathe. Keep your breath slow, smooth, and even. Your lips are touching but not touching. They're soft. Your eyes are soft. If you can come down onto your elbows, you can do so. But if your torso starts to recoil, meaning your sternum goes toward your pubic bone, it's not time yet to come down onto your elbows. Stay up on your hands or have your hands on the bolster itself, lifting your chest. You want an extended torso in this position. Draw your shoulders down your back, and if you're on your elbows, look straight down at your hands. Very slowly straighten your arms, walk your hands back, hold onto your feet, and sit up tall. Slowly grab the outside edge of your knees, bring them together, and straighten your legs. Upavishta Konasana. For this pose, you need a block, a blanket, and a sticky mat. Fold the blanket into thirds. Tri-fold the blanket. Place the block on the blanket and sit on the edge. The blanket is in the very middle of the mat, and you stretch your heels out so they're just shy of the corners. Then as you take your arms back, you slide your pelvis on the blanket so the pelvis actually grabs your sitting bones and pulls them back. Take your hands and hold the block. Sit up tall. Use your hands to lift your chest as much as you can. So you're pressing into the block that's on the blanket. Hold your feet so they point straight up toward the ceiling. Tighten both knees. Let your belly go. Lift your sternum any amount. The taller you get here, the better it is. Keep awareness in your feet. Keep your face soft. Keep your eyes soft. Allow your facial features to be expressionless. Very slowly release your hands. Sit on your heels and find a neutral position. Virasana. Virasana is the hero's pose. For this pose, depending on your flexibility, I'm going to invite you to grab 2 blocks and a half block. Fold your mat so it doubles and it's half the size, and place your stack on the mat so you could sit on the blocks. Now, when I first started on this, I used a series of books because they were thinner than the blocks. So if you want to stack books up so you could take a little bit out at a time, that's definitely advisable. Now organize your feet so they point straight back, your toes point straight back, and the big toe is slightly separated from the rest of the toes. Sit on the block in a neutral way. Place your hands on your thighs. Relax your face completely. So much tension travels to the face through your sincere effort to do these postures. And you're here to stand guard. Now, come forward. Take 1 book or 1 block out from underneath your buttocks and sit back down. Make sure your sitting bones are on the block. If you need to reorganize your feet, please do so. Both feet point straight back and the toes are open and spread. Place your hands on your thighs and let your weight become heavier and heavier. If it feels right to close your eyes, you're invited to do so, to see if you could tend to the internal state of your being. Now, if you can go down even lower, remove yet another block and come back down onto that half block or a thin book or a couple of thin books. Just remember that you're gradually lowering your sitting bones to the floor, step by step. Now, just for the last minute, I'm going to invite you to see if you could do Virasana without any support at all. And if that doesn't feel right, you grab that book or that half block or that full block, whatever it is that you need to support yourself so there's absolutely no pressure in your knees. The ankles are free, the knees are free, and you sit tall. And from here, come up onto your hands and knees and sit on your feet, finding a neutral position. Gomukhasana, cow face posture. So for this pose, you need a sticky mat. And I'm going to ask you to double your sticky mat if it's the thinner variety. If it's thick, you don't necessarily need to double it. So to start, I'm going to ask you to sit in Dandasana with your legs straight. Bend both knees and pull your right foot to the outside edge of your left hip. And then pull your left foot slowly to the outside edge of your right hip. As you hold your left knee, you keep moving slowly to stack both your knees. You're trying to get your left knee directly above your right knee. And whether you push both knees toward the middle or you pull both knees out, you're trying to stack your knees. Then place your hands on your feet, push the top of the feet down, and come forward. Rest your torso on your left thigh. The tendency is for the left foot to start pulling away from the hip and forward towards your knees. Keep pushing it back and pulling it closer to your right hip. Your left foot touches your right hip and your right foot touches your left hip at the heels. Allow yourself to be heavy here and soften your face as much as you can. There is a strong stretch, particularly in your left hip in this side of the variation. See if you could use your mind to soften that stretch. Now put your hands on your feet, press yourself up, straighten your legs in front of you. Reset your sitting bones. Now take your you bend both knees, take your left foot to the outside of your right hip, and slowly bring your right foot back to the outside of your left hip. Stack your knees, either pulling them or pushing them. Your heels touch your hip. It's the right heel to the left hip, the left heel to the right hip. Take a deep inhalation and bend forward over your legs. This time you're resting your torso on your right leg. Soften there. Relax there. Use your mind to release your right hip more and more. There's a possibility you feel this more in your left hip than your right, but most commonly, it's the leg on top that stretches more. Use your mind to soften that stretch. Be deliberate. Relax your hips. Relax your face. Relax your eyes. Allow your head to rest. Now you could see that I'm holding my hands behind me. You don't have to hold. You could just rest them. Very slowly release your hands. Press yourself up. Come up onto your knees. Uncross your legs and sit on your heels. Find a neutral position. Setu Bandha Sarvangasana. For this pose, you need a sticky mat, 2 blocks, a wall, and a belt. Place 1 block against the wall and then carefully put your belt together. Make sure it's not twisted and there are no wrinkles in your belt. Please place the belt over your feet and tighten the belt right at the bottom of the metatarsals, your toe bones. Lay on your back, making sure you can reach the second block. Test to see how far you are from the wall. Place your feet on top of the block next to the wall, and then place your feet on your sticky mat. Lift your pelvis up high enough to get that second block underneath your sacrum. Place your shoulders firmly on the floor and straighten your legs. If you're too far from the wall and your feet don't touch the wall firmly, then you have to move a little closer. If you're too close to the wall and you can't straighten your legs, then you need to move the block a little bit further away from the wall. It might just be a little bit. It could be 1 inch. But make sure you're the right distance so the legs get completely straight at the knee and the feet are firm at the wall. So the legs stay strong in this pose. The chest stays lifted and the arms and the neck soften completely. Now, as you stay in the pose and rest and relax, your breath gets longer and slower. Allow that to happen. Keep your legs strong. Keep your chest lifted. But the face is soft and receptive. The arms are soft and receptive. The shoulders are firm on the sticky mat. Soften your tongue. Soften your lips. Soften your cheeks and the skin on your forehead, your brow, and your temples. Let yourself relax. Allow yourself to soften completely. Let it come out. Put your feet on the floor. Push your feet down to lift the block up and take the block out from underneath your pelvis. Separate your feet and let your knees rest together. You could interlace your fingers over each other with your hands on your belly, or your hands can be palms face up with your arms extended away from your sides. Just rest there. Now very slowly, be careful of the block. Roll onto your side. Continue rolling in the direction you're facing. Sit between your heels. Come to a neutral position and stay soft. Salamba Sarvangasana. Now for this pose you need a chair, a bolster, and a sticky mat. I'm going to ask you to fold the sticky mat into quarters and place the sticky mat on the chair seat. Please take the bolster and place it right next to the front legs, making sure the bolster is even. And then I'm going to ask you to sit down on the chair sideways. Face the back, kick and roll your legs up over the back of the chair. And then holding on to the side of the chair, walk your buttocks so it goes through the chair back, and you can lay your back on the chair seat. Then see if you could look over the edge of the chair. Start to slide your body down toward the bolster. You'll feel the bolster with your head. Hold on to the legs while you're sliding down, and as you get more and more firm on the bolster, You could adjust the bolster so it's directly under your shoulders and slide the body so the chair seat is just holding on to the sacrum. You could hold the triangles of the chair where the legs meet each other if you want. Straighten your legs as much as you can. See, in Salamba Sarvangasana, using a chair, the chest has the opportunity to stay extremely open. And the chair supports a lot of your body weight. It's not just your arms that take the brunt of the pose, but the chair forces the chest open. It forces the spine to lift, and the arms can be soft. You could allow this pose to rejuvenate you. Here, all the blood is drained from the legs. By putting your legs up, gravity has its way with you, and it starts encouraging the blood to come down out of your feet and move down your body in the direction of your heart. In this position, the heart is above the head, which is the opposite of what it normally is. Usually your heart is pumping blood uphill in the direction of your brain. But here you have your brain underneath your heart, so it's easier for the blood to flow in that direction. Now, if you're comfortable in this position, you can let go with your hands and just take your arms over your head in cactus position, allowing the bolster and the sticky mat on the chair to hold your body firmly. You get to relax. The legs continue to work. The torso receives the posture. Soften your face any amount. Allow your arms to rest. Now very slowly, when you're ready, take your arms and grab the back legs of the chair. Release your shoulders and slide down. Rest your calf muscles on the chair seat. Your lower back, your buttocks is resting on the bolster, and then you take your arms out to the side and rest completely in a posture we call Tadaka Mudra. In this pose, the belly softens. Relax your belly completely. Allow the bolster to hold your chest open, your arms to be relaxed and released. Your legs are completely soft. So in shoulder stand, the arms and the legs have to work. The arms don't work as much as they normally do in the middle of the room. But even in the chair, the arms are definitely working. So here in Tadaka Mudra, you get to let the legs completely relax. The arms to totally let go. And here again, you get to cultivate this receptive position. we become receptive in our consciousness so that we can study and receive as much information as we possibly can from our own body, attempting to do these amazing yoga postures that have thousands of years of intelligence woven into them through all the people, the many generations that have practiced these poses to maintain health, longevity, and equanimity of consciousness. So allow yourself to be soft here. Feel your weight heavy on the bolster, the chair, and the floor. Now very slowly return your hands to some place on your torso, finding a place of peace. Bend your knees and roll onto your side. Push the bolster out from underneath your sacrum. Use your arm as a pillow and rest on your side. Let your belly soften. Let it go completely. Now very slowly continue rolling in the direction you're facing. Press yourself up. Sit on the bolster in simple cross legs with a neutral spine and rest. Now it's time for Shavasana. So, take a blanket and fold it in half. Have the rounded edge toward you, and then carefully lay yourself down. Have the blanket all the way to your shoulders so it supports your neck. From there, with your feet on the floor, put your hands on your upper buttocks and tuck your tailbone down so your pelvis is more flat. And then together, extend your legs and straighten them. From there, let your feet roll out to the side. Turn your arms out. Turn your palms up with the thumb side of your hand heavier than the pinky side of your hand to open the side chest and the shoulders. Now, allow yourself to settle. The settling part of Shavasana is really the most important thing. First, you set the pose as you did, and now your mind turns to settling. Allow all your weight to be supported by the floor. Let yourself relax completely. And you can observe the settling. You can encourage relaxation of your torso, your limbs, your arms and your legs, your neck. And then turn your awareness to your face and soften your lips, your cheeks, the corners of your nose. Your lips are touching, but they're very gently touching. Relax your forehead. Soften your brow. Keep your mind focused on this relaxation process. Let go everywhere. Let go completely. Now very slowly, bend your elbows and place your hands someplace on your torso that gives you a sense of peace. Bend your left knee. Roll to your right side and rest there for a moment. Let your belly go. Let yourself relax. Slowly turn down to push yourself up with the strength of your arms. Cross your legs. Sit in the center of your being. Bow your head, giving thanks for this practice. Thank you. Namaskar. I hope you loved that practice, and we look forward to seeing you again.
So subscribe if you're new, and remember to check out our online classes below.
Namaskar.
Namaskar.